some really random things. Kiddos struggle with directional words. This was actually one of when I look back on this journey, the first person to alert me to like a real issue was the PE teacher. I think that sometimes we don't give those PE teachers enough credit. She was like, he's really struggling with direction words. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, he's struggling with direction words. Well, if I tell the class to line up behind the line, he's often on the line or in front of the line. And like he struggled with all of those directional words and knowing what they meant. And I was like, I'm gonna test this theory out. So I'd be like, hey, go in your room and on top of your dresser, you'll have da 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 beside your thing. And like, sure enough, he struggled. And he was fairly old when he really mastered left and right. Like
Okay.
that's a thing, like that directionality. And it's because of this, right? Like until you get into school, directions of like the directionality of something doesn't really matter. This is a pen. It's still a pen. It's still a pen. It's still a pen, right?
Right.
All of a sudden we have letters that B's can be D's, but they can also be a P or a Q, no matter that the orientation of how you turn that changes not just the letter name, but also the sound that it makes. So when you have trouble with directionality, you have trouble with identifying those things. So
Okay.
it's kind of an interesting little thing. And kids not being able to tie their shoes. And I will also say that this goes back some ways because I feel like there's a lot of kids that can't tie their shoes now. But this might be a cultural thing, a society shift. I mean, who doesn't love their hey dudes, but you literally never have to tie anything.
Right. I was gonna say there's a lot of adults who can't tie their shoes, I'm sure.
I mean, now you could get away with being a kid who can't tie your shoes because we make so many shoes that are slip-ons, even like athletic shoes for running or whatever, right? It's a little bit harder for like work boots, things like that. You should be able to tie,
But they
but
got a zipper on those nowadays.
right. I mean, we've really accommodated in society, which is great, but it also, but that is a skill that is on the list of like red flags or warning signs, like difficulty learning to tie your shoes because it's a specific, you have to do specific steps in a specific order
Mhm.
to tie your shoes, no matter what your method is, the little bunny around the street, like I don't know, all the things you have to do them in a specific order. And sometimes kids with dyslexia really struggle with keeping things in that order. And it doesn't help that like 40 to 50% of the time ADHD accompanies dyslexia. So
Right.